This time out, I'm going to throw you some movies on multiple platforms. Just leftover Christmas entertainment I felt was worth checking out this holiday season. I did this last year, and this video is potluck in terms of the films I will present to you, and it's our last day for Christmas film reviews for 2025. It went by super quick, just like the year typically goes by super quick. Here are all the major streaming services where you can get free holiday and regular movies. I would say Tubi and Pluto are the best out of the bunch. And here are the 5 movies we'll be covering this time out in this potluck episode. And as always, any comments towards these reviews and suggestions for films to review can be put down in the comments section. So let us embark into the world of potluck with a variety of streaming services with a variety of quality movies. Let's get her done. The Grinch, also known as Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, is a 2018 American animated Christmas comedy film based on How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss, being the 3rd screen adaptation of the book, following the 1966 television special and the 2000 live-action film. Produced by Illumination, it was directed by Scott Mosier and Yarrow Cheney, and written by Michael Lussier and Tommy Swerdlow, and stars Benedict Cumberbatch as the Grinch, with Rashida Jones, Kenan Thomas, and Angela Lansbury in supporting roles, and Pharrell Williams as the narrator. The plot follows the Grinch, who plans to stop Whoville's Christmas celebration by stealing all the town's decorations and gifts with his pet dog Max. The film was announced in 2013, and by 2016, Cumberbatch was cast, and Cheney and Peter Candleland were set to direct. In 2018, Mosier took over Candleland's position as co-director. Danny Elfman composed the score with a song written and performed by Tyler, the creator. The Grinch was released in the United States on November 9th of 2018 by Universal Pictures. The film received mixed reviews from critics and grossed $540 million, becoming the highest-grossing Christmas film of all time, as well as the highest-grossing Dr. Seuss film adaptation. Now, nothing will ever beat the 1966 animated special of The Grinch, narrated by the great Boris Karloff. That is the definitive Grinch. With that said, this is a great movie, and a fun movie. There's a lot of filler and creative liberties taken for the film. This is expected considering the original book by Dr. Seuss wasn't very long. The same thing was done for the 2001 Jim Carrey Grinch, which also was pretty good. I'd recommend that one. The computer animation is top-notch, and the voice acting is top-notch. The movie captures the essence of the original book, and what else can you ask for beyond all that? I highly recommend this film for your Christmas viewing. Last Holiday is a 2006 American romantic comedy drama film directed by Wayne Wang and written by Jeffrey Price and Peter S. Seaman. The film is loosely based on the 1950 British film of the same name by J.B. Priestley. The film stars Queen Latifah as Georgia Bird, a humble department store assistant who is told that she has a rare brain condition and only has a few weeks to live. She promptly decides to spend her remaining funds on a luxury holiday in Europe before she dies. Price and Seaman wanted John Candy for the main role, but after Candy's death, Latifah's agent suggested a new version starring her. Produced by Robert Zemeckis' Image Movers, the film was released by Paramount Pictures on January 13th of 2006. The film underperformed at the box office, having grossed $43.3 million against a budget of $45 million, and received mixed reviews from critics, though Latifah's performance was universally praised for her charm and humor. If you're looking for a film that's equal parts silly and heartwarming, this one delivers. The story follows a woman, Queen Latifah, who, after a shocking medical scare, becomes convinced she's living her final days. And instead of wallowing, she decides to go out with a bang, emptying her bank account and splurging. From a luxurious hotel room to spontaneous adventures, her journey is filled with comedic mishaps and tender moments that remind us how precious life really is. While the premise leans into absurdity, the charm lies in its optimism. Queen Latifah brings a quirky vulnerability that makes you root for her, even when her choices spiral into chaos. The film doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's its strength. It's a feel-good ride and nudges you to appreciate the present without waiting for a wake-up call. The movie was a lighthearted, cute romp with a dash of existential humor, perfect for anyone who enjoys stories about second chances and living boldly. It takes place at Christmas time, so I suppose it's a Christmas movie, so check it out. It's worth your time. Silent Night is a 2023 American vigilante action thriller film directed by John Woo, who also produced the film with Christian Mercury, Lori Tilken DePhillis, Basil Iwanek, and Erica Lee. The film was written by Robert Archer Lynn and stars Joel Kinnaman with Scott Mescudi, Harold Torres, and Catalina Cedino Marino in supporting roles. Silent Night was Woo's first American feature directorial effort since 2003's Paycheck. The film, which features minimal spoken dialogue, follows the aggrieved father avenging the death of his son, who was killed by local gang members in a drive-by shooting on Christmas Eve. Filming took place in Mexico City from April to May of 2022. The film was released by Lionsgate in the United States on December 1st of 2023 to mixed reviews from critics and only grossed $11 million worldwide. Silent Night is famously nearly dialogue-free, with the main character, Brian Godlock, rendered mute after being shot, telling the entire revenge story visually with almost no spoken lines from the cast, though some background chatter and radio transmissions do occur. It was an okay action movie. The dialogue in the film was very minimal as the main character was shot in the throat and didn't have the ability to speak, so the movie played off that and there was only a few lines scattered across the film. It was an interesting choice. Christmas isn't front and center in the film, but it does take place during Christmas time. The main story does anyways, and the title plays off the song Silent Night, so there's that. The ending fight plays like the last stage of a video game, very violent. He makes his way up the stairs of a building to the main bad guy, but of course he has to work his way through dozens of minions to get there. If you're in the mood for wall-to-wall action and some violence in your holiday festivities, then 2023 Silent Night will be for you. I recommend it. It's worth the watch for you action fans out there. Silent Night is a 2021 apocalyptic black comedy film written and directed by Camille Griffin. The film stars Keira Knightley, Matthew Good, Roman Griffin Davis, Annabelle Wallace, Lily Rose Depp, Soap DeRusso, Kirby Howell Baptist, Lucy Punch, Rufus Jones, and Davida McKenzie. Silent Night had its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival on September 16th of 2021 and was released on December 3rd of 2021 in the United Kingdom by Altitude Film Distribution and in the United States by IMC Plus and RLGE Films. The film features a group of friends who reunite for one final Christmas night before an ambiguous apocalypse will wipe out all of humanity. Neil, Simon, and their son Art host a yearly Christmas dinner at their country estate for their former school friends and their spouses. It is gradually revealed that there is an imminent environmental catastrophe and that this dinner will be their last night alive. This movie was dumb. I guess there was some cloud or some mist that was coming across the environment that once it reached the dinner party, then everyone would die. So they're given these pills. The government gave out these pills. There's death pills. So instead of having an agonizing death due to the cloud, they take these pills and they'll die a peaceful death. Most of this movie is them dealing with their past. They're all school chums and the spouses. So there's certain things each person needed to deal with and get out into the open. And the inhibitions were kind of gone. Everyone's drinking alcohol and pretty much saying what they want to say. The kids are allowed to swear, so there's a lot of fucks. There's a lot of profanity in this movie from the kids. It was all pretty stupid. They were all kind of pretty calm considering that they're going to kill themselves at a certain time. And by Christmas Eve, at the end of Christmas Eve, before Christmas, everyone takes their pill and dies a peaceful death. One thing that happens is the son Art, he supposedly dies by the cloud. His eyes are bleeding and his mouth is bleeding and supposedly he's dead. And the parents are all distraught, of course, because their son's gone. But everyone takes the pill and everyone dies. And I'm going to give out spoilers here because the ending reminded me very much of The Mist when the father, played by Thomas Jane, shot everyone in the car he was driving before these monsters could get them. If you've never seen The Mist, I highly recommend it. It's a good movie. But as soon as this father killed everyone in the car, the military came along and killed all the monsters. So they would have been okay if they would have waited a couple minutes. But Thomas Jane, of course, goes nuts because he just killed a whole car full of people and he didn't need to. So the same thing happened at the end of this movie. Art opens his eyes at the end of the movie. So he didn't die due due to the cloud, and he's not dead due to the cloud. So everyone would have lived, but they killed themselves. At the end of the movie, Art didn't take the pill, and he wakes up. It's a dumb movie. Do I recommend it? Not really. I don't think it's worth your time. I only picked it because of Keira Knightley. I mean, who can't look at Keira Knightley for an hour and a half? But beyond that, it's kind of pointless and worthless, so no, I don't recommend it. Watch something else. This Christmas is a 2007 American Christmas comedy drama film produced by Rainforest Films and distributed by Screen Gems. It was written, produced, and directed by Preston A. Whitmore II. It is a Christmas-time story that centers on the Whitfield family, whose eldest has come home for the first time in 4 years. The film is named after the 1970 Donny Hathaway song of the same name, which Chris Brown covers in the film. The Whitfield family overcomes many trials and obstacles during the Christmas season, and the film was released theatrically on November 21st of 2007. This is your typical family gets together and everyone has their own issues kind of film. The one son is married to a white woman and trying to keep that on the down low. One gangster son is attempting to dodge a couple thugs out for his head. One son-in-law is cheating on his wife and daughter. One son wants to be a singer, but mother disapproves. We've seen all this before. There's nothing new here. The family has drama. And of course, spoilers, everything turns out all right in the end. I like this movie even though I've seen it all before. The cast was great, the script wasn't painful, the performances were excellent. I recommend this movie for some light Christmas movie viewing. And that's it. The week is over. 7 days of Christmas movie reviews, 7 days of watching movies, 7 times 5, 5 movies in each video, 35 movies. Some I've already seen, but I watched them again just so I can refresh the memory. So I wish you a Merry Christmas. It's actually 1:54 a.m. So on Christmas. So I'm just finishing my last video here. I was meant to do it Christmas Eve, release it on Christmas Eve, but so much time in the day, and I had to finish up a couple movies, watch a couple movies in order to review them real quick. But that's it, gals and guys. I hope you got something out of this week. If you happen to watch, I appreciate it. If you could please subscribe, that would be awesome. And like and share if you want to share movie ideas with other people. Certainly do so. And hit the bell for updates. Is that's still a thing? I don't even know if it's still a thing. Hit the bell for updates. And yeah, that's it. I wish you a Merry Christmas. And certainly a Happy New Year, and yeah, more to come. I'm still kind of young. I guess more videos in 2026. All right, gals and guys, I appreciate you as always, and I'll catch you later. Peace.